What is going on? Parker Chmiel here. I'm happy to announce this brand new training series that I'm going to be releasing every single week. What it's called is my weekly recaps. And essentially what this is you're getting an inside look at what I teach my paid students. So each week I take the biggest questions I get from my paid students in my group, one-on-one coaching, one-on-one messages, and I do a quick training video every single week, 5-10 minute training video, just to describe those little answers. Now, before I move on, what I want to say is if you're interested in learning more about, my paid coaching, and we're learning about how to get more access to all the stuff you see them asking questions about, go ahead and book a call right down below this video. It's going to be the first link you see right in the caption. With that being said, if you have any questions on affiliate marketing, feel free to comment down below and maybe I'll include them in next week's video. But for now, here's the weekly recap. Number one, right? How do taxes work when it comes to affiliate marketing? This is a great question. I got this a couple times from prospects as well as students, so I want to touch on that. Number two, how do we decide on a product, right? That's a great question to think about as well. And then number three, my engagement's down on Facebook. What do I do? So we're going to touch on these right now. So first one, how do taxes work when it comes to affiliate marketing? Essentially, it's dependent on each company that you work with, right? And for each company, you're going to get the same sort of documentation. So each company you work with, each product you sell, if you work with the same company with multiple products, then it's just going to be with one company. But essentially, you're going to get a 1099 form from them when you make sales and commissions, right? And so what I will say before I even dive too deep into that is I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a tax specialist. You definitely want to double check this with your tax expert. But essentially, what will happen every time is you'll just get 1099 forms from the company. That's all you'll need for tax time to submit that income and show that you actually made that income for your affiliate offers. And because you're not an employee of the company, the 1099, they won't take out taxes ever. I've made multiple six figures with affiliate marketing. They've never taken out taxes ever. You'd have to pay them yourself. So that's one thing with the 1099. It's non-employee compensation. It's not a W-2 like you get when you work a 9 to 5. So that's really all you need for that. Again, just ask your tax specialist if you have any other questions on that. But essentially, it should just be a 1099 from each company you work with. Question number two, how do I decide on a product, right? And this is a great question. And it really depends on 4 different criteria, right? This is kind of these are the big 4, I call it, when you're deciding on a product. Number 1 is the commission rate. Number 2 is a commission payout date, how long you're going to be waiting to actually get that commission once you make a sale. Number 3 is a company trustworthiness, and number 4 is a product popularity, right? And so each of these are important, but some are more important than the other ones. I think, in my opinion, the commission rate is going to be the biggest thing that you're going to want to focus on, and the reason is because if you're doing a company and you're selling their product and you're only getting like 10-15%, you might want to look for one that's a little bit higher, right? You might want to get a commission rate where, if you're selling a product for $500, you're making, $250, right? Or $200 out of that, 40% commission or 50% commission. Just so you're not putting all this effort in for someone else's company and you're not getting rewarded like you should. So I think a higher commission rate is better. Anything over 50% is great. Anything even near 50% is great. I would even say anything over 30% is a really good commission rate, and that's a company you should definitely consider. If it's under 30%, I'd probably look elsewhere. I know companies like Amazon, they pay a little bit less. It's a little bit different, but a lot of the companies you'll find online will pay 30% plus just because you're driving all the traffic to them. So commission rate's really important. Commission payout date, we want to make sure we're not waiting 6+ months to get paid, right? We want to make sure we're getting paid 15 to 45 days is technically what I like to look for. Anything over 45 can be a little bit long. So if you can do like 15 days, that's great. Get, a sale, come in 15 days later, you get paid. That's awesome. But anything more than 45, I would kind of steer away from. Company trustworthiness. Obviously, you want to make sure it's a reputable company. It's legit. That's important for sure. And I think even more than that is the product popularity and like the product trustworthiness. So if you're finding a product online and you see the reviews are awful and no one wants to buy it, then definitely not the best product, right? Because we don't want to sell something that, number 1, you don't believe in, and number 2, people aren't buying. So we want to make sure the product is popular and trustworthy and people are getting results from it, whatever those results may be, to move forward with, right? And these are the big 4. Commission rate, I think, personally is the most important. I also think, product popularity and company trustworthiness are up there as well. Commission payout date, it's pretty much if it's over 45 days, don't even look into it sort of thing. So this is how you decide on a product. Again, one thing I like to do for my students and that, you guys can do, send me a DM, post in the group, hey, I got 3 products here that I'm trying to decide on. Can you help me decide? Right? Just, and I'll look into them for you. We can look into them as a team, figure out which one is good for you to go forward with and move forward with just based on these criteria. So that's something we can do for you guys if you just post them in the group or send me a message or an email or whatever on the different products. So that's question number 2. And then question number 3, my engagement's down on Facebook. What do I do? And so the one thing you don't want to do is panic, right? If you panic, then it's not good. So we want to make sure we continue our processes, right? We continue posting consistently to 5 posts a week. That's what we want to do. But essentially, here's a couple tips you can do if your engagement's kind of down. And again, this is in the course. It's in the Facebook module that I talk about. I think it's module 7, lesson number 7, Facebook algorithm hacks. But this essentially is what we want to do. So the first thing is the farming method, right? And that's, going on people's pages that you see, liking, commenting, leaving nice little tidbits and little tricks on their posts, just to spike the engagement up with certain people, right? If it's someone that you've, never seen before online, it's a great way to do it to start getting engagement from those people back. Because if you post on theirs and like their stuff, they're going to see your stuff more often and are more likely to like and comment on it. So that's method number 1. Method 2, the priming feed before and after posting, right? So liking, commenting, a couple posts right before you post and then a couple posts right after, just to warm up the Facebook algorithm right before you post. It's a great way to get your content seen by more and more people, right? Responding to comments, right? Boosting algorithm. So this is something that, you should really keep up with this each time you post. Like every single, it's on the daily action plan, right? We want to do this every single day. But essentially, even just taking 2 or 3 minutes to respond to a couple comments with a comment of your own. Even, one thing I like to do too is if someone comments something, I like to ask them a question so they can comment back again. So that just even increases the engagement even more. The more you comment on your own post, the more people are going to see it because it's going to keep boosting and boosting and boosting to more people. So definitely want to be cleaning up your posts and responding to comments. Cleaning out old friends, right? This is something that, I would take these step by step. So farming 1, priming feed 2, responding to comments 3. If those don't work and you're still not seeing great engagement, then maybe it's time to clean out some old friends. So that's one thing you can do. And again, I teach this inside the course itself so you can dive deeper into how to actually go and do that. But essentially you want to, get rid of some people that may be not taking up, that are just kind of taking up space on your profile, that are not engaging. Maybe their account's even inactive. Those are good people to get rid of and unfriend just because they're wasting space for people that could have more engagement, and it's actually ruining your engagement to have a bunch of those people on your list. So that's another one you can do. And then remove pending friend requests. This is, very minuscule. It doesn't do too much, but it does show the Facebook algorithm that you're active and that you're not just trying to, add a ton of people all at once. So it can help with the algorithm as well. I've seen it work for a lot of people. So that's another little tidbit you can do is remove the pending friend requests on your actual Facebook profile as well. So like I said at the beginning of this video, if you want to learn more about what they're actually asking questions about, you want the full training, the full support, the full Facebook group, the full everything, feel free to book a call down below to speak with my head coach to see if it's the right fit for you. And if you're brand new to affiliate marketing and you want to try it out for yourself, I've also linked down below my brand new 5-day fast track challenge. The goal of this challenge is to help you build an affiliate marketing business in the next 5 days. So it's someone that's never started a business before. It's perfect for you to actually go and get started with. So if you'd like to learn more about my full coaching, feel free to book a free strategy call with my head coach. And if you want to just get started on your own without having to talk to anyone, feel free to sign up for the 5-day challenge down below. And we'll see you next time.